Hey, what's going on, guys? So today we're talking about factory seconds from Spyderco. All right, just traded for this Spyderco PM2. This one is in MAXAMET steel, which is like ridiculously awesome. It's definitely worth looking into. I'm not going to specifically talk about the steel in this video, but this is a handsome looking knife. All right, now I was interested in PM2s for a while. I've had them on and off for years. I probably literally had, I want to say maybe at least a dozen, all right? A dozen to maybe 15, somewhere in and around that ballpark, right? And I've had them and I've traded them off. I did videos in the past. I remember one Halloween where I took a PM2 and I was carving a pumpkin with it and stuff, like, you know, as fast as I could. But I've had these things for years. They're just amazing EDC knives. There's not a lot to dislike about this knife. I love everything about it. So I decided early on, I want to say it's either right before the pandemic started or right after, but I decided that I want to collect all the PM2s. Not all of them, I'm not going to take yours. What I mean by that is that I want to have a PM2 in every single blade steel that was available. Because it's such a popular knife, and because there's a ton of sprint runs on this knife, there are a ton of different blade steel options, okay? And I'll do a video in the near future showing the ones that I have, my mini collection so far. But there's a ton more, okay? And it's just cool because it was offered the exact same knife, the exact same, you know, blade shape, length, grinds, all that stuff, handle, comfort, lock, in a bunch of options, bunch of different steels. So MAXAMET was one of those steel options that I did not have yet. So when I was offered it in a trade, someone said, hey, there was a Spyderco factory second sale. I picked up this knife and you know, just looking to trade it. They got a fantastic deal on it, okay? It looks like they got $79 is what they were charging for these, which is crazy because it's, you know, it's a $200 knife. So they were looking to trade it and I said, yeah, that's on my list. I got to get it. So I worked out a trade and here's the knife. Now this is a factory second, okay? This is very important to know. If you're newer to knives or if you never heard of it, you might have been into knives for years and years, but never heard about a factory second. Spyderco has a very, you know, very strict, you know, QC department, okay? Quality control. So when there's knives that don't meet their quality control standard, they consider those factory seconds, okay? Factory seconds is a term that's been used, you know, in many different industries, excuse me, and across the knife industry as well. There's been other companies that had factory second sales. In fact, I talk about this all the time, but if you're into Balisongs, Cold Steel is well known for their Archangel Balisong. Very sought after because obviously it hasn't been made in a long time. And now clearly with, you know, Cold Steel going in a different direction, it's unlikely we'll ever see that in at least the original quality that it was. But anyway, top-notch Balisong. At some point, they had a bunch of Archangels. I think there was more than 100 of them. That the logo, like when the knife was open, the Cold Steel logo was just a little bit too low. They got, you know, engraved too low, so it's a little bit cut off by the handle. Just a little bit. And they thought, well, that's unacceptable, okay, because they had a high quality control standard as well. And so they were blowing them out for like $100. It was $99, and I remember passing up on it, and I passed up on it because I figured, well, at the time I can get an Archangel for about $99 that's in pretty good condition that is not, you know, with the logo where it's supposed to be, right? Long story short, I'm kicking myself because obviously those things get way more money than that now. But the point is that, you know, Cold Steel did that as well, and other companies have done it before too. So yeah, instead of like calling it a total loss, if they make a brand new knife and, I don't know, there's a scratch on the blade, which might be this case, or like, I don't know, there's a little tiny mark or something somewhere, whatever it is, they look at it and they say, well, that's not really new. There's something wrong with it. It might be so microscopic. In some cases, people get factory seconds from Spyderco and they don't even know what's wrong. Like in this case, I don't really know what's wrong. I can only imagine there's like, there was a little scratch or rub on the blade here. I don't even know if that's what it was. Anyway, regardless, there was something wrong with this knife that didn't meet quality control standards, right? So that's why this was sold as a factory second. What's very important to note here is that if you buy or own a Spyderco factory second, it is not covered under their warranty. That is extremely important to know. That is a sales done, you know, as is final. We don't want to see it. Okay, if you send a factory second to Spyderco, they will send it back to you. They may even charge shipping, I don't know, but they will not fix them. They will not replace them. That it's an as-is product. Now, it's also important to note that all factory seconds are still usable knives. They're safe to use. Okay, so Spyderco as a company has said, all right, this particular knife or whatever it happens to be, it's like, something's wrong with it they don't like, but it's still functional. They lock up, there's no blade play, no problems at all. Maybe it's off-centered a little bit. Again, maybe there's a scuff on the handle or the blade or something. So again, it doesn't meet their standard, but it's not like worth throwing out. They're just gonna sell it at a heavy, heavy discount. And because of that, they do not cover any warranty stuff on it whatsoever. So yeah, this one was a factory second. I have no idea what's wrong with it. I've gone up and down this knife a few times now. Cannot figure out anything wrong. It seems great. The only thing is that doing a little bit of research back in 2018, because this is the second version of this. Okay, the original ones, I think there were a couple sketchy heat treats where the blades, again, this is older. I don't think this has anything particularly to do with the second run here. But on the first batch, there was a couple that were supposed to be thrown out because the heat treat wasn't like perfect or something. And I don't know, they didn't sharpen up the same or something happened there and they scrapped those. And apparently a couple got through that weren't supposed to get through. So I don't really know the details on that. But long story short, I don't know what's wrong with this. It seems fine. It cuts great. It's comfortable. There's no real marks, again, except for maybe a rub or a scratch. I can't even see it right now. So I don't even know. I don't even see it. It's maybe that was just something that was rubbed across the surface. Long story short, this is a factory second, but what's important for you to know is that factory seconds are easy to distinguish because of a notch they cut in the back of the blade, and it's something that most people probably wouldn't even notice unless you're really scrutinizing this knife. So here it is. Drum roll, please. Rolling in. That notch right there. Yes. That teeny tiny little notch. I gotta catch the light. There we go. See it shining? They put that cut in there. Okay, it's like a little Dremel or something. They just go zip. That's how they know this is a factory second. It's only on one side. So if you look at the knife, right above the jimping there, that little teeny tiny little notch is what tells Spyderco that it's a factory second. So when you send in your knife to get repaired, it doesn't matter what model it is. That's probably the first thing that the people look at, is they look and say, okay, well, it's not a factory second. Then they proceed on to what the problem is, whatever. But if they look at that, and there's that little notch there, it's a factory second, and they will not cover anything under the warranty whatsoever. So very, very important to note there. So yeah, I want to read this. I actually printed this out. This is from their recent sale. And again, they're showing $79 MSRP for the factory second. And each one could be different. One could be scratched. Another one could have a little rub mark, or maybe when they're grinding something happened, maybe a little tiny mark or whatever it is. But I mean, they're really like extra scrutinous. Is that a word? They scrutinize those knives. Like, again, they're finding things that most people don't even see or don't even know. Again, it could be something where it's not like perfectly centered. This one seems to be centered pretty well. Yeah, I can't figure out what it is on this particular one. And by the way, the previous owner did have it tipped down. People are like, what's going on with that? Something's different. I don't know what it is. It doesn't look like mine. Well, tip down. I am going to swap this back to tip up. I don't mind tip down knives, but yeah, I'm going to still swap it back. So I did put a little note on here that this would normally sell for $217 at a dealer. Okay. So yeah, that's a heavy, heavy discount, and they sold immediately. There's obviously a massive fan base for Spyderco knives. So at that price tag, people didn't care what was going on. But it is, again, important to note that all factory seconds are very usable knives. They're all safe to use. They just don't meet the same standards that Spyderco wants to adhere to in order to put it into a box and sell it as a brand new knife. And that is awesome. That is very good quality control. So they say, this product is being sold as a factory second. If a knife or other product doesn't meet our stringent quality control standards, it is declared a factory second and removed from our first quality inventory. Typically, products are declared seconds because they have some kind of minor cosmetic flaw or because they do not satisfy a non-critical quality control standard. While these flaws may affect the product's appearance, they do not compromise its proper mechanical operation. Regardless of the specific reason a knife is declared a second, it remains safe for normal use. To clearly differentiate our factory seconds from our first quality products, knives are all marked with a small notch on the spine of our blade near the handle. Due to the nature of factory seconds, we are not able to accommodate special requests. All products are drawn randomly from inventory pre-selected for the sale. No hand picking will be done. Although factory seconds are fully functional and ideal for utilitarian use, they are not covered under Spyderco's standard warranty policy and may not be returned to Spyderco for service. They are sold as is, in quotes, at substantial discounts, and all sales are final. Standard shipping rates apply in all orders. If you live locally and you would like to pick up your order in person, please note that in the order details. We have curbside pickup available at select times. So yeah, and they do these sales all the time. I happen to always miss them. I always catch wind of these things after they're done, because it's like, oh, they announced this, they're having a factory second sale, and then they have it, and then they're gone in like seconds, and then people are talking about how awesome they got their cheap Spydercos for, and then, like I said, it's too late. So anyway, keep an eye out for factory second sales. Spyderco does have their own forum on their website. If you did not know that, now you do. If you go to, I guess it's spyderco.com, they have a tab for forum, and Sal Glesser, and all the other people from Spyderco, they occasionally go on there and talk, and you can interact and ask questions and stuff. There's tons of threads with common questions people might have, and they talk about like new runs that are coming out, maybe a sprint run or something special, whatever. So if you're like a super Spyderco fan and you want to be in the loop, you definitely need to be on that forum. That's something that I'll check once in a blue moon, but I'm not active on there at all. But yeah, I would imagine that they're announcing sales through their forum as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I really wanted to focus on the fact that factory seconds are not covered under warranty, and they are amazing deals, because most people, especially if you're not collecting these, you're just buying Spydercos to use them, and you can get one at like half the price or a third of the price because it's got some dumb little scratch or something. Who cares, right? What a deal. What a deal. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna swap this clip, and this is going right into the PM2 collection. I do actually use my PM2s, and again, I'll do a video in the near future, maybe in the new year, and just show the ones I have right now and talk about the ones that I want. Because again, there's a ton of them out there, and some of them are really hard to get because they were just these little sprint runs, and there's not many available. So that is it for now. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Check your Spydercos, and if you happen to have a factory second and you did not know until you saw this video, let me know down in the comment section. Again, it's just that teeny tiny little nick in the side of the blade there. Especially when you're doing trading with people, this is where things get sketchy. Because if you trade with people and you didn't buy it brand new, and P.S., I don't think factory seconds come with boxes, that might be a tip-off. But if you did a trade with someone and you don't really know and it was a factory second, that may be where you're in a situation that you didn't know it was a factory second. Clearly, if you bought it as a factory second, you know that. But as knives get passed around again, and then sold and traded and bought and sold and traded, you might not know that, but now you do. So if you're ever, looking to trade or buy a Spyderco, make sure you get pictures. And if you have to specifically ask the other person for a close-up to make sure it's not a factory second, then you do so. Now, personally, I use all my knives unless they're uber expensive or collectible or something, so I really don't care. If I get a factory second, who cares? I use the thing, and I usually pass it on in trading as well. But I do check. I do check to make sure that if I'm listing it somewhere, I'm listing it appropriately. And if it is a factory second, you should let people know that, because they will be ultimately very disappointed if they have a problem and they send it back to Spyderco only to hear that, oh well, because they can't fix it. So that's it for now. Let me know down in the comment section if you found this information to be helpful. Did you know about factory seconds? Did you know, how to find that little notch to make sure that it is or isn't a factory second? I make these videos to help people. I mean, I really enjoy it. It's entertaining to me. It's fun to me. I learn from you guys a lot. Like I've learned a tremendous amount of things over the years just from listening to you guys in the comments and talking and having conversations. But ultimately, I love passing on information. If I learn something new, or if there's something I've always known and I mention it and someone else learns from that, that's really cool. So like the teaching aspect is really rewarding personally. Who knows? Maybe in another lifetime, I should have been a teacher, a school teacher or something. But I just, when you have information and especially when it's involved with a hobby and something that's really fun and cool, you want to pass it on. You want to tell everyone you know. You know what I mean? And if it helps people, what a bonus. But anyway, that's all for now. Hopefully you guys have a fantastic day, a wonderful day, an amazing day. And if not, oh well, tomorrow's a new day. That's how I felt all year. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to tomorrow. And hopefully you guys are too, because I'm going to be posting a brand new video. I've been doing it for 12 years now, so no reason to stop now. I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.